welcome back to another video. I'm going to be reacting to Queen Naja's new video she posted about talking about her family. Not talking about, but explaining the situations that happened with her family and Clarence.
What's up, Worthy Squad? It's your girl Queen Beauty Cut once again, back with another video. I'm just cut right to the point. This is a story time. Just consider this a story time. I'm gonna tell y'all how everything just happened with, like, from the beginning to now, why is so much tension with my family issues or whatever y'all want to say, because obviously it's videos out there now saying all this stuff, exaggerating stuff, making up lies, all types of things, and it's like I wasn't going to address it, but now it's like to the point where I have to, because if I don't say nothing, then it looks like what they're saying is right. This video is actually long overdue. I was supposed to do this video, but I was too busy focused on how other people would feel and what would happen after, so I was scared to put it out. And I just decided not to do it because I feel like it would make the situation bigger, which this video probably will make the situation bigger, but everybody's supposed to
most likely because Tina be going.
Because I'm the one sitting here stressed out about what people are saying about me, and it's affecting my freaking, the way I work, it's affecting my relationship. It's just affecting, like, my happiness. So I guess I have to put me first. But this is how everything started, y'all. So I had just got out of my last relationship. At this time, I was staying with, like, Armand and Trey and Perfect Glass. So I was staying at their house, and I was talking to Claire, like, a lot on FaceTime. When I was staying at Armand and Trey's house, my mom was living in Michigan at first, and then she decided that she wanted to move to Alabama. So then I started going back and forth from Houston to Alabama to, see my mom and stuff, and, be there with CJ so that she could see CJ and stuff like that. By this time, I still wasn't, like, really sure of...
I remember that.
I really wasn't sure where I was going to move to. I didn't know whether I was going to stay in Houston. I didn't know whether I was going to stay with my mom for a little bit in Alabama. I didn't know if I was going to move to Atlanta. I didn't know what I wanted to do. But during this whole time, I was basically talking to Claire all the time. Then I decided to drop medicine. Once I dropped medicine, a little bit after that, Genius wanted me to come to New York to do an interview. So, as y'all all seen that interview. I did the interview on Genius, and when I was out there, I also collab with Claire. People was already shipping us. People was already, like, putting our pictures together, like trying to make us, like, talk on live and all this stuff. So we thought it would be a good idea to do a video while I was out there. So yeah, when I was out there, I had an issue with my medicine song. Someone had took it from YouTube. It was basically getting paid for it, and I wasn't on Apple Music. And so Claire's sister, which is Lee, she was, like, business savvy and things like that. So Claire asked her because she helped me out. She helped me fix that situation. First of all, let me just say this. She owned her print shop already. She was already an accountant for, like, a bunch of people, including famous people. She had money of her own. Let's just say that. She was also managing Clarence and stuff like that. So then I asked her, could she connect me with some people she knew as far as, like, in the music world? She was like,
We all knew Clarence and Lee had money. Like, come on. Clarence wasn't shopping designer with no money. I don't understand why people keep saying Clarence and them are trying to make a come up with her. Clarence was a whole model. It had his own clothing line. Like, come on. Every time a YouTuber get in a relationship with somebody different that you don't know, all these YouTubers come out and say, oh, she using her for clout. Oh, she using this for clout. Like, come on.
Connect me with someone, but we decided that I guess that wasn't the person. So then I asked her, like, since she, managed Claire and stuff like that, could she, like, help me out with my career? Because I seen how much medicine was, like, going up. She seen all these labels reaching out to me. So we decided that we were gonna go to these meetings, set up these meetings, and figure out, like, if I should sign. And by this time, I had already asked her, could she be my manager? And things like that. That was my decision. It was a point in time where she even talked to my mom, like, on the phone. And my mom was, like, all for her being my manager because she just seemed genuine. And then on top of that, my mom had, like, the fact that Lee told her that I should be, like, around them more, my family more in Alabama, being with what I had went through before that. So my mom had liked the idea of hearing that because you know, she just wanted me. My mom always wanted me around and wanted me close by. After that, things started just going real
What
fast.
mom
Like
doesn't
we
know?
started having all these meetings scheduled. I had to keep flying back and forth to New York, to LA, and everything like that. And then so I thought, I was like, shoot, I go to New York all the time anyway. Why don't I just move to New York? I had liked the vibe. I liked how free I felt when I was there. I liked the fact that I was close to people that I felt were genuine to me, Claire, Patty, and I just felt like I had new friends now, and I felt like my life could just, you know, start over again. When I decided that I might move to New York, I had told my mom, and she instantly felt like that wasn't a good decision because, for one, she said like it's just too fast paced for me to have CJ out there, and she also probably just felt like she wanted me and CJ to be closer by.
I understand the mom thing situation. I want you to be the mom. I want you to be close to me. I don't want you to go and this, that, and the third. But what Queen is grown. You can't hold her hostage at home with her mom and sisters and brothers forever. You can't have her live close by forever. And CJ is her kid. A mom, a mom is a grandma. Advice is supposed to be given to the daughter or the son, yes. But at the same time, I feel like CJ is her son. If she wanted to move to New York with CJ, then okay. It's not all the time fast paced. I mean, I don't know.
Her. She also thought that I was trying to, I guess, chase Clarence or just, you know, follow him there because he was there. Because, I mean, I told her we was friends and everything like that, but you could tell when we was on FaceTime, like, the chemistry that me and him had, so she could tell that I liked him. So she thought that I was moving to New York, like, more so for him. But I wasn't. But I felt like Atlanta was just a better move for me. It was, like, more homey. At this time, me and the whole, like, gang, the whole spicy squad or whatever y'all wanna call it, we was like, we was gonna get a house all together in Atlanta. It was like, hey, since we are working, and by the way, Lee had started managing Patty too, so we all just became one like squad. Anyway, we all decided we was gonna get a place together. So we was looking for a house in Atlanta, and then like suddenly my mom didn't want to be in Alabama anymore. So I told her, why don't you move to Atlanta? You know, I'll move you to Atlanta, and you know, it'll be more convenient for the both of us because then you could see CJ a lot. And then when I'm traveling and stuff like that, you could keep him for me and it'd be easier for me too. And I also had told my mom that I was going to, like, you know, live by her and everything like that. I told her I was going to try to get a place in the same neighborhood as her. But it just didn't work out that way, y'all. It didn't work out that way because, first of all, once they seen how much we got paid, it's like they were asking for like 12 months lease up front, basically saying we had rental history, y'all. My credit was terrible. So, like, it just kind of made everything bad. So we just kind of like took a break on looking for our place, and I started focusing more on my mom's place, trying to find her Tina Terrell place. We eventually found a place, a beautiful, beautiful house, and they moved there. So by this time, I was still going back and forth to all these meetings, New York, LA, and you know, just bouncing around everywhere, staying in hotels, all that kind of stuff. Which was my choice. As time went on, y'all, we decided me and Claire was just gonna get an apartment because we found out early in the summer that I was pregnant. Now I know that's like a huge jump, but I kind of just skipped over a lot of stuff. Y'all kind of know the rest of what happened in between, but we decided that we was just gonna get our own place. We wanted to stay in an apartment where like it was more secure. The perfect place was here because like we had to hurry up and find one. Time was winding down, and we thought it was nice. So then once I did that, my mom automatically felt like betrayed. She felt like I lied to her, but I told her that it wasn't my fault. We just had a hard time finding a place. It was easy.
She doesn't have to be close to her mother.
I didn't end up staying like close to her or whatever. She lives like an hour away. So my mom just like started building up these feelings, these ill feelings, starting to feel like I lied to her and things like that. And then another issue from my sister and my brother, they felt like I only did a little bit videos with them. to blow them up. But I did more videos with Clarence and Patty, and I blew them up more than them. And I was trying to tell Tina Terrell that they really didn't need me as much because they automatically had like a funny personality, and people was like watching them. They started off on a good foot, but since I was more so in New York, I would do more videos with Claire and Patty, and they felt like I kind of left them out, and like they supposed to be my family, so I should be looking out for them the same way. But I felt like I did look out for them because they was only at 4,000 subscribers when, you know, we started, and then I bought them a camera and a laptop, and I told them I'm gonna do some videos with y'all, and then, you know, that get y'all following up. So they got to like 100K. They got to 100,000 subscribers, which a lot of people, that's a lot of people's goal. But once they seen that Claire start shooting up real fast and things like that, it's like they kind of got discouraged and was like, I don't really want to do it no more because you ain't looking out for us like how you looking out for him. But in reality, y'all, I kept telling them, I didn't give this man no shout outs or anything like that. What happened was people just followed him because they wanted to follow him. They subscribed to him because they wanted to subscribe to him. No matter how much promo you do for someone, you can't make people follow a person. So they only do it because they want to. By the way, as I keep saying, Claire already had a fan base and a following before I came along. That's how I knew who he was because I seen him on my Explore page a lot. It's just that when he got with me, our story blew up and people automatically followed him too because they just wanted to stay on top of what was going on. So that really wasn't my fault. But then it started ill feelings from them. And although my brother, he probably never said nothing, he always, one thing about my brother, he never put anything on social media. And I thank him for that, and I respect him for not doing that. But on the other hand, my sister, like, she would just post, you know, whatever, not really caring. And y'all seen stuff that she posted, but yeah, the feelings had started building up from that point. And then it got tougher because now, at this point, I wasn't home anymore. Like, we had found our place, but I wasn't home at all, really, because once again, I was always traveling, and it was always because of my career. And of course, Claire and Lee was always with me. And they, as in my family, they felt left out. They felt like I was now leaving them behind and kind of like replacing them with Lee and Clarence.
You know what I'm
as
saying?
my new family. And that really wasn't the case. Like, the case was, my career is taking off. Lee is my manager, so she go everywhere with me. Half the times, like, the labels and stuff will pay for our flights to go to these meetings and stuff like that. And Claire was there because I wanted him to be there. And Claire was also there because Lee was managing him, and she wanted him to get some insight on, like, the industry and things like that. I remember people used to be like, why is he following her everywhere? Why is he there? And this and that. Because I wanted him to be there. Because it's nobody else's business, period. So then, yeah, time goes by, and I'm finally about to get signed, y'all. So I tell my mom and everything like that, and I'm happy and everything like that. And I remember she was happy too. And I was just so excited that I told her, Mom, the first thing I'm gonna do when I get signed is I'm gonna get you a car. You get whatever car you want. I told her she can get whatever car she wanted. And y'all, I honestly really meant that from the bottom of my heart. Now, when the time came around and I did get signed, I found out that my credit was like so bad that I couldn't go get any car I wanted to. And I was going to either finance it or lease it, you know, so that it could help me with my credit. But my credit was so bad that I couldn't, you know, get any car that she had wanted to. And I was afraid to tell her that because I didn't want her to feel like I lied to her again. But one thing I have an issue with is speaking too soon. And that doesn't really mean that I lied to you, but it's more so like I just was excited and I said this, and I didn't know that, you know, it couldn't go as planned. So I told her that, but I ended up surprising her with a car. Now, it wasn't the car that she said that she wanted to go pick out. I think she wanted like a Lexus or a Benz. But when I found out that cashing out on a car like does me no good at all because of tax reasons and it's not tax deductible and stuff like that, which is what Lee taught me. Lee's the one that told me these things because, like I said, she's an accountant. So like I had to be really considerate of like the IRS and all this stuff and like what I was gonna have to pay back at the end of the year. Like I said, I spoke too soon. At the time, she actually liked it, but then over time, she started to feel like I let Lee make my decision. But that's not that's not how it was. I guess because I was with them all the time, and I told her one thing, but then I ended up doing another. She felt like it was them that was causing me to change my mind. But like I said, y'all, on my end, it's just because I really did not have the credit to do it. I said that to say, not to like throw it up or anything, but a lot of people are saying that like I just kind of like left my family hanging and I don't do anything for them. But honestly, my mom doesn't have to pay a bill. Like, she don't have to pay no bills at all because I make sure that it's taken care of. She don't have to pay no rent. She don't have to pay no health insurance, no car note, like nothing like that. Because I always said that when I got to that point, I would look out for my family. And I was excited to do it because honestly, y'all, when I was married, I couldn't really do things like that because I had a family of my own and I wasn't able to do that at the time. And plus, I didn't have money of my own either. It was both of our money. So I felt like now that I had my own money, I could do whatever I want and like take care of my family. And I was happy about it. But I feel like sometimes I feel like it wasn't good enough because I still just got complaints that I was changing and that I was letting the people around me change me. I was letting money change me. And all I was simply trying to do was just live my life and move forward. I didn't even really take off yet. Like I'm not even where I want to be right now, y'all. As y'all know, I got pregnant early when I first signed, and I still did a sold out tour. So now that I had the baby, like I'm about to be like preparing for my album and everything like that. But I didn't even take off like that. But it's like I felt like so much was expected out of me when I had just started. By that, I mean not just money or nothing like that, but like time, like I couldn't be around a lot. And I feel like they think I just was around them for fun all the time. Like when majority of the time, like I was either doing like YouTube videos or going around doing business. It was not because I was changing up or I didn't love them or I didn't want to be around them or I didn't care for them no more. That was never the issue. But the jealousy just started to build up. Things got more and more tense now. And so sometimes, like, you know, me and my mom would get into little arguments through text. And like things were said to me that like hurt my feelings because I felt like I really, really wasn't doing anything wrong, but just living, honestly. And I was always just accused of changing and not being the same. Just like replacing them and leaving them out. And the way I was looking at it was like, I'm grown now. It don't mean that I don't love y'all no more. It's just everybody meet their own circle of people and they're around them most of the time. Like my sister and brother, they got their own little friends that they're around all the time, and I got my own. And I never was really close to my sister or brother because like I'm so far apart in age from them. So like I was always older, like going skating and stuff like that, and they were still toddlers playing together, so they are closer to each other. And I was just kind of like always doing my own thing. So for them to say that, you know, I left them out and things like that, I felt like we always just was like I loved them and everything, but we always just was doing our own thing. And as far as my mom, like I understand that she wanted to spend a lot of time with me because she felt like she finally had got me back. Because when I was married, I had moved to Houston. I was out of state and I wasn't going back and forth to visit her like often, and so now she probably felt angry that I was like leaving again. But I always told my mom that nobody can replace her. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll always be my mom. Like everybody have a different role. Like I love y'all all in different ways. Like you'll always be my mom no matter what. I feel like she just felt left out. Like for example, when I got signed, they only gave me like 3 days in advance to fly out there. They told me 3 days ahead of time, hey, come here on this day and we'll fly you out and come sign or whatever. Patty paid for his own flight. The label paid for me and Lee's flight. Claire paid his own flight. And we all went there together. My mom wanted to be there for that moment because she felt like it was such a huge moment. But I would have had to have, you know, flew out her, my sister, and my brother, and I couldn't just leave Tina and Terrell, like, you know, home by themselves. And so, but it was just way too short notice. Like, LA is such a long flight. and it was probably like expensive at the time. So I told her the news and everything like that. But it's like she wanted to be there, and she felt like once again I left her out of that moment. So, like I said, tension was still building. So now my family, they feel like, okay, this girl then completely forgot about us, and she with them sign in on her big moment, but we can't be there. I just wanted her to understand that it wasn't because I didn't want her to be there. It's just because it was short notice, and it was just too much to fly everyone out. You know what I'm saying? Just to see me like sign some papers. So more tension is just being built up. Other things that were happening were like things that people didn't know about. Sometimes she would get angry and even text Lee and tell her she felt like they were trying to take me away or like divide her family. And both times that it was done, Lee and my mom had spoke after, and Lee explained to my mom that it wasn't, like that, and that she was only just trying to be there for me. She was basically explaining to my mom the role that she played, like manager and accountant. Like she would never try to tell me what to do with my money as far as like when it came to my family. Like first of all, that's another thing that I hate seeing. I let Clarence and Lee tell me what not and what to spend on my family. Like that's definitely not true. Any decision I make is because I made the decision, y'all. Now, a lot of people say that I'm like being controlled, and then I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I really sat back and I examined myself and I said, dang, well, am I being controlled? Do I let people's opinions make me do something I don't want to do? I really sat there and thought about it, and then I came to the conclusion that I'm not being controlled. Now, I am submissive in my relationship. I'm submissive in my relationship, like, towards him. I'm all prissy acting and things like that. Like, a lot of stuff that y'all see me do is, like, when I act shy or, like, kind of I'm just like submissive. Like it don't mean that I'm sad or I'm being controlled or manipulated or anything like that. One thing I can say is I do this with everybody. If they have an opinion on something, I will take it into consideration and just be like easily like influenced by what they say. But that don't make my decision for me. You know what I'm saying? So I really have to think about it. And it seemed like more stuff would happen. It started getting to a point where things were being put on social media by my sister. Like I remember she posted on her story. And y'all, till this day, I don't understand why she did it. One time she posted, people don't know what's going on behind closed doors or cameras. Like people only show you what they want to show you. And she was basically talking about me and Clarence's relationship, which I don't understand why, because she never around to even see what goes on in me and his relationship anyway. I just felt like that was disrespectful because like you never supposed to bring family business, no matter how you feel, to social media. Never. And like what kind of platform I got, and that the T pages are gonna take it, and then it's gonna get messy. But it's like still and yet nobody cared about my feelings. Nobody cared about what was gonna happen afterwards. And it's just like I'm the one sitting here taking all the punches. It's people making me out to be this weak woman and that I'm being controlled, and they turning me against my family. And I'm letting them. In reality, what was really like pushing me away was everything that was being done in the first place. All the just build up the tension, it made me uncomfortable. Where Claire started getting uncomfortable was like when I think it was like a time where my mom came over to the apartment and me and her was like on the balcony and we kind of was like disagreeing on something, but it was getting like a little loud. But he felt uncomfortable there because he felt like I was being like attacked for no reason. But that was between me and my mom, so he didn't want to really say anything. But it did make him feel like, uncomfortable because he know how much I love my family. He know how much I talk about them. He know how much like I care for them. So it kind of rubbed him off the wrong way. That being combined with the stuff he heard that she said to his sister when she was angry. Even though they got over it, all of that stuff was just a build up. And so I didn't blame him for it, but even though he felt that way, like he still always like was respectful when they was around each other. Like for example, the video shoot. Some of this stuff happened before the Mama's Hair video shoot, but like he still spoke, everything was still cordial. Like they even came over afterwards. Everybody was still able to talk. But once things started getting put on social media, that's when it got to a point where like, okay, now both of our names are being dragged. Nobody is caring. Another issue was the fact that when I went on tour, I guess my family seen that Georgie, Clarence and Lee's brother, was one of my was on tour too because he was like a security guard. He already had experience being a bodyguard, and so since he was qualified for the job, I rather would not hire a complete stranger that I don't know. When my family seen that now not only Claire and Lee is always around me, but I also hired a brother, it brought even more attention because now they feel like I'm really doing them both. But honestly, y'all, the real reason why I couldn't hire anybody from my side of the family or give them a job is because nobody is qualified to really do anything. And then on top of that, Tina and Terrell are still school age, so they still had to like do schooling and stuff like that. So Terrell couldn't really be a bodyguard if I wanted him to right now because he's a minor. He can't carry a weapon, and he still has to be in school. As far as my sister Tina, I tried that out with her in the summer. I tried to hire her to come with me while we was traveling to watch CJ and things like that when I had him on the road, but that didn't work out. And I'm not gonna like sit here and expose why it didn't work out. It didn't work out just because the job just wasn't like getting done. And Tina's still like young, you know, she be on her phone and stuff like that, and she couldn't really pay full attention to CJ like how I needed her to. As far as my mom, like my mom couldn't really come because my mom had Tina and Terrell and she can't leave them behind. So as far as hiring them for my business, like I couldn't really do that. It wasn't because I wanted to put Clarence's family in my life and not my own family. That wasn't the reason, because a lot of people was talking about that too. However, in a way, I did give my family a job, and I felt like that was putting them onto YouTube. Like I said, Tina and Terrell, I gave them a good jump start. They got to 100K. It was up to them to keep going, you know what I'm saying, and keep pushing. I told them to keep pushing and that they didn't need me, but you know, they the one that stopped that, and I felt like it wasn't my fault. My mom, she got a YouTube channel. I told her like, you know, the things to do on there and everything like that, because
And she gave
let's
her
just be
mama
real,
a
YouTube
promo,
get you paid, like,
a shout
and
out.
I just wanted them to see
I remember
that
that.
kind of, you know what I'm saying, lifestyle that I had. I just didn't have to work a 9-to-5 job no more, like, so I wanted to put them on the same thing. But it's up to you to have the drive. It's up to you to post the videos and stay consistent. And I always told them, no matter like how fast somebody else going up past you, you still work because you still can get paid. Even if you're not getting paid as much as someone else or as much as me, it's still money. And I felt like that was a way of helping them be self-employed. Meanwhile, house taken care of, vehicle taken care of, and I put y'all onto YouTube, so I felt like I did a good job of taking care of my family. But I just still feel like it wasn't enough because obviously I'm still being bashed. So that's where all the tension like really came about. It was tension going on before y'all even knew it. And then not only that, but people on social media caused a lot of tension too. And by that I mean like T pages and troll pages would say little things to like kind of separate my family and Clarence's family, and like, you know, not everybody can take that, and I feel like it really bothered my mom and it bothered Tina when they would also compare her to me. I feel like they just like couldn't really handle it, and it kind of got to them where they started actually to believe it was me and the people around me turning against them, and it wasn't nobody ever turned against them. But I can admit that overall everything that happened has pushed me away. And I feel like it's just at a way worse point because now people got all these little stories on like the birth and the hospital. And honestly, I have looked at like some of these videos or whatever and seen what people were saying. The story is so far freaking off that like I can tell whatever source it came from or whatever person was not there at all or was not even in the same state because the story was just so far off. And just to let y'all know, as far as the hospital situation, everything was fine. On the first day, my mom got to see Baby Legend. She held him and everything like that. And in fact, Clarence is the one that like handed Legend to her. I seen something where somebody had said he didn't want her to hold the baby, but he's the one that gave Legend to my mom to hold on the second day that they was there before they started, you know, talking. But the hospital situation, like basically to just sum it all up, my mom wanted to go and kind of just apologize for all this tension and stuff like that. And when he started bringing up like how my family had hurt me, she just kind of didn't want to really hear it. She kind of like just automatically jumped to the fence because she felt like it was none of his business or whatever. But everybody's entitled to their own like feeling. The way you feel is valid. It's just all on how like you handle it. Like even down to my family being like just feeling like I betrayed them. Like their feelings are valid because their feelings are valid because you can't be wrong about how you feel, you know. Oh my gosh. Like I said, everybody is entitled to their own feelings and things like that. So for her to feel like it wasn't none of his business, I mean, I can't sit here and like say that she wrong, but I can't say that he wrong neither because I was pregnant at the time of his child and like I was always stressing out. Honestly, I was always stressing out about.
And then he's your boyfriend. He's supposed
family.
to protect
out,
you.
know,
Yes, probably not from the family.
He didn't like
but
it, so I guess he felt like he wanted to protect me from it.
I
So when
speak
he started
often.
telling her about it, it's just like the conversation went left, completely left. It was late by this time, y'all. It was like 12 midnight, and visiting hours was over at 8 o'clock p.m. So like by this time, I was already gonna send my mom home in an Uber because she didn't drive her truck to the hospital. So I was gonna send her home anyway. At the same time when he asked her to leave, I was gonna sit here and tell y'all the whole story about that, but really all y'all need to know is nobody said anything about CJ and Legend not being alike. That's another thing I want to touch on. First of all, CJ is my firstborn. I love my son so much, and everybody knows that. Everybody can see how much I love him. If Clarence didn't accept CJ, I wouldn't be here now where I am.
Right.
If Clarence mistreated CJ, I wouldn't be where I am now with him. Clarence might have had to get used to CJ because when I was first around him, CJ wasn't around. But now it's like he's gotten used to him being around. So at first, like he was uncomfortable to take him to the bathroom and like do all this stuff that like a stepdad would do. Because like you had to like give him time and everything like that. Because people was saying stuff about that, like oh he couldn't even take him to the bathroom and this and that. It wasn't his job, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't his job. But he don't feel a way about CJ. In fact, he told me that he actually missed CJ being around when CJ went back with his dad. And so like nobody, what I'm trying to say is nobody knows what goes on like behind cameras. Y'all only hear stories. Even though some of the stuff has came from my family, you still can't always believe that either because honestly my sister was like angry. Like I said, to this day I don't understand why she said that because like right before that me and her was like talking. I guess she had called me and asked me could I host like a party for her birthday, January 4th. And I was telling her like, sis, I'm about to have a baby and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. Plus now I can't just show up to places because I need security. And I don't know if she felt the way about that and she felt like I just couldn't do nothing for her. So I don't know if she got mad and went online and started saying stuff. But that has driven a wedge like between me and my family. Not Clarence and Lee. They didn't drive a wedge between me and my family. And Clarence never told me to not talk to my family. He never told me to not speak to. He may have told me his like opinions on what he thought was wrong and was right, but he ain't never told me to not speak to my mom or anything like that. Also, as far as like it being said that I'm being isolated also from like just my old squad, like everybody has moved on with their lives. I still talk to Armand and Trey to this day. Nobody tells me to not speak to them. Everybody just doing their own thing now. Like Jazz and Tay, like I don't talk to them like that no more. But that don't mean that I've been isolated from them. It's just that they moved on with their lives. Everybody moved on with their life. I just don't want y'all to keep thinking that I changed because I got around new people. It's just life changes over time. And honestly, I can really see that, like, having more money and having more fame or whatever you want to call it, it really makes life a lot harder because people expect so much more from you. Even just people that came out the woodworks that like I didn't speak to before all this had happened. It's just like people like, well, they ask for stuff and like they ain't even really spoke to you, and then they'll say you act in Hollywood and that you change. And y'all, honestly, I was completely happy. I was completely happy until all this family stuff started happening, because I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it has messed with our relationship. It has. I'm not saying that me and Claire are like all bad, and I'm not trying to say that we're not gonna be together or anything like that, but it has really messed with our relationship. It became like stressful.
Cause that's what they want.
It's been really stressful because of none of this.
I can't wait till this video over because I'm ready to talk.
By anybody close to me, it wouldn't be as big as it is right now. But it's like I can't keep letting this stress me out. I just want to say that no matter what, beyond all of this, I love my family. You know what I'm saying? I love my mom. I love my sister. I love my brother. But all this running to social media, and I know y'all probably like, well, you doing it. Yeah, I'm doing it now because I have to say something. But all of this going to social media to like, you know, bash each other and things like that, or like throwing little slick shade and comments and things like that, I really hope it stops. I really hope it stops because it don't do nothing but give everybody a show. And now I know people watching my stuff like it's one big show, but it's like I had to kind of tell my side because I just feel like people just don't understand, and they're making me out to look like a terrible person. They're making it look like Claire beating on me and abusing me, and like that's not even what's going on. I heard someone say that this little mark I had was going away now. You can't really see it. This little mark that I had is from Claire abusing me. Are y'all freaking serious? Like that was a blown vein from the IV from the hospital. And it's just like y'all want to find something so bad between me and Claire. I really don't know what everybody's goal is. I don't know if it's y'all goal to run me off of YouTube. I don't know if it's y'all goal to make me and Claire break up. I really don't know what y'all goal is, but all I'm trying to do is be happy. I don't mess with nobody. I don't mess with anyone. I just want to simply just live my life and be happy. I have 2 kids now, 2 beautiful boys that I gotta take care of. CJ is about to be starting school soon. I got a newborn baby. It's like I'm a grown woman now, and I'm trying to build with the new family that I have. Because my new family now is I'm not saying that my sister and brother is not my family, but the family within my household now is me, Claire, CJ, and Legend. So I want to build with them and like move forward. I want to move forward and be happy. Like I don't want all this tension and all these lies, and I mean I'm pretty sure people still gonna say what they're gonna say regardless, even after this video. But in a perfect world, I wish all of this would just end. I just want to tell y'all that besides all these issues, I'm happy. Like I'm completely happy. I'm genuinely happy. Besides these issues, I just need more respect given, and I need people to be considerate. You know what I'm saying? Considerate of the platform I have, and the fact that if you do bring it here, it never leaves. And the fact that if you do bring something to social media, it's only going to get bigger, and it's only going to get messier. Also, I'm gonna just keep praying that like everybody can come to realize where they wrong at. I feel like pride is in the way of a lot of all of this because nobody can see that they're actually wrong. I even look at myself and be like, I try to examine myself and be like, okay, am I wrong here? Am I wrong? You know? It's always good to examine yourself and like just be true to yourself. And for me to be true to myself, like I realize that I have a hard time standing up for myself. And that if I had more control over everything, this whole situation, then none of this would have happened. So really, it's really my fault, to be honest. If I would have been nipped everything in the bud in the beginning, none of this would even happen. But since I walk around everybody else's feelings and don't think about myself and don't think about the bigger picture and what can happen in the future and how crazy it can actually get, it's like things get worse and build up more. I really don't even know if I'm gonna put this video out, to be honest. But anyway, I don't know when I'm gonna make another video on here. I just really need to recuperate and go to the studio and work more for my album and just continue to focus on all the good things. But I had to come here and tell my truth. And once again, this video is not meant for you to go bash anyone.
Ow.
I still love everyone. It's all love. I still love my family. It's no hard feelings. It's just that all this needs to stop.
Me and my mama have that relationship where she doesn't want me to leave her. I'm not saying that I am, because I'm not leaving my mama. I have come to the conclusion that I'm not myself. But once you grow up and become grown, you have your own choice now. A mother can I'm not saying she can't interfere in your life. It's okay to give her advice. It's okay to say what's wrong and what's not. You shouldn't go here, you shouldn't go there, because I have this feeling. Because a mother's, I don't know what to call it. Like, I think it's intuition. A mother's intuition is always right. It's always right. I don't care what nobody says, it's always right. But Queen is grown now. Wherever she wants to move and take CJ, she can. She doesn't have to be a few blocks away from you or up the street from you. Yes, you may feel like you want her there, because when she was married and really getting controlled, no one came out and said anything. Not Tina, not Terrell, not her mama. What is it? Was this hair? I think it was hair. But no one came out and said anything. But now that she's with a good dude and genuinely happy, everybody wants to come out, bash this girl, bash this boy, bash his family, because of something he's not even really doing. And I'm not bashing anyone. And I'm not trying to draw a wedge into families and relationships and all that stuff. But I'm just speaking what I want to speak and what I feel is true. This situation between her and her mother is really childish. I feel it's really childish. Yes, the mother has feelings, but I mean, if your child is genuinely happy with someone, why are you trying to ruin it? She wasn't happy with Chris. I'm just going to put the name out there. She wasn't happy with Chris, so which meaning is you never said nothing about that. You never said I don't know if you said anything to him or to her about that situation, because I don't know what's going on behind closed doors and closed cameras, and I'm not genuinely close to Queen. But no one came out and said anything about him and her. Nobody. And I've been following Queen since she was living in that old house where Joelle and them was staying with her. When that first video I seen on them on Instagram, when he did that video with her with about how he got a girlfriend and she gonna stab somebody if she, but whatever. As a mother, you should be genuinely happy for your daughter, no matter the success, no matter if she's happy or not with someone's different, no matter where she go. You're supposed to be supportive and genuinely happy for your daughter. Now, on Tina and Terrell, you keep saying these two boys, Clarence and Patty, are using, and Lee are using Queen for clout, but literally, what are you doing? you're using your sister for a come up. Yes, that's your sister. Yes, that's your blood. Yes, all that. But yes, your sister's supposed to help you, in which she did, but she's not supposed to do the work for you. You basically using your sister, your blood sister, as a prop to bring you up. And if I was in that position, the older sister who's making money and my family just want to use me as a prop, I would not be happy with that. So let's put me in Queen's position. And my oldest brothers and sisters are in Terrell and Tina's position. I would not feel right. I mean, I would help you bring up your channel and all that stuff, but me as a person, I would not feel right for you using me as a prop. Because that's basically what they're doing. And in Clarence's part, I don't blame him for being uncomfortable, because who would want to be put in a position where they can't protect their own girlfriend? You get what I'm saying? Like, that's her family. He can't get into something like that. With family problems, you can't jump into that. A family is going to be always a family. And he's just her boyfriend. And he can't. And as a man, you want to protect your girl from any and everything necessary and possible. And him feeling that he can't, I guess is making him feel uncomfortable when they attack her. And all the T pages and all the fans and attacking her, he can't do anything. Now, the whole family thing, Tina and Terrell are young. You cannot be her bodyguard. You cannot be with her everywhere she goes, because you still have school. You still have responsibilities and all that stuff. Your sister is basically famous. So her being famous automatically makes you a somebody, because they're gonna want to follow her family, her blood family. Now back to when her and Clarence were just friends. I feel like, honestly, being that Queen is grown, her business is her business. She didn't have to share anything with anyone. Now, towards the end of the video, when she mentioned the tap house and all them, everybody is going their own directions. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can see that. She's not changing. Queen is Queen. Nobody's controlling her. I've seen this Queen when she was with, what's his name? Chris. But she couldn't bring it out because I feel like Chris was controlling Queen. But nobody bashed this boy. Nobody came out and said anything about this boy. None of that was being said, but now that she's genuinely happy, everything's being said about Clarence, and everybody's looking up Clarence, and but where were everybody on all this investigation stuff and exposing family stuff when it was happening with her and Chris? I'm not understanding. It's like y'all don't want her to be happy, because when Queen isn't happy, Queen is the Queen that y'all want. That's just how I feel. And I feel like Clarence actually brought the best out in Queen. Like, she's actually standing up for herself and being who she really is. That's just me. And I quite like this Queen. This new Queen y'all think it is. Quotes. You see the air quotes on the new Queen. Oh, and then there was another subject I wanted to touch on that she said in this video about the money issue. Clarence and Lee had their own money. When she met Clarence, when they were friends, Clarence said he had a clothing line. Clarence was also a model. You can tell from his page. And then in one video, Clarence even said, I could hook you up with my sister. She has a clothes printing place, or I could hook you up with some people like that, or something like that. I remember that. Which he did. He helped Queen rise to be who Queen is. She wouldn't be on the radio if it wasn't for Lee and Clarence. Oh, I've been waiting for Queen to speak out on this because I could actually do a reaction video and actually speak my mind. I'm literally tired of people bashing this couple when they're genuinely happy. I don't understand it. And for her family, I feel like you should be ashamed for bringing down this girl's happiness. You're supposed to be happy for her no matter what. You're not supposed to use her as no, oh, my earring. You're not supposed to use her as no prop. You're not supposed to use her for her money. Y'all could be making your own money. Y'all don't understand. Clarence, not Clarence. Tina and Terrell had a whole channel and Queen featured on it. And they had views. Views out the butt. They was making their own money. Like, I don't understand. I'm not bashing anyone. I'm just speaking my mind. And I've been waiting for Queen to drop a video like this. I mean, she did at one point. I don't know. I don't think it was about her family though. But I've been waiting for this video to drop so I can speak on it, because it's ridiculous how her family is treated. Like, this whole situation is really childish, and for her mother to do something like that, her family to do something like that, is really childish and messed up. Like, I don't. Maybe it's because I was raised from a different root or something like that, but I just find it real messed up how they can treat someone like that. That they're supposed to love unconditionally no matter what. Support her no matter what. Through no matter what. And not bring down her happiness. But whatever. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry that is this long, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please follow my social media down in the description below. Watch some of my old videos, which will also be down in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and also share this video with everyone you love and everyone you know. And always know to stay positive and look through and past the drama, okay? Don't let nobody dictate your life. Don't forget to subscribe. Click that bell beside the subscribe button so you can get every notification every time I post. And hit me up on my social media. Let me know what you want to see next.